Hey guys, welcome back to Vinceville Custom. So today I'm sharing with you a custom Giganta statue made from the Sideshow Collectibles Power Girl Premium format. Now, this was something that I picked up a while ago, and I decided to add this into the Friday streams. And the idea is whenever I work on these items on Friday streams live, people could come into the chat, they could get feedback, they can see what I'm doing, they could say, hey, you know, maybe add a little bit more here or do something with this, you know, just kind of get people involved with the custom and just kind of have some fun. So this one was just one of those Friday streams that people kind of just like got to see how my thought process on how I build stuff, and also kind of give me some feedback on stuff they would like to see. So you can see it really is based off of the animated Giganta, which is kind of like the outfit I love the most, and I used to watch a lot of those cartoons back in the day. And of course, going off the Power Girl statue, she got the large chest on her, but that's fine. But you can kind of see we added the pink outfit, we added the boots, and we gave her a fun little base, which we'll kind of go over in a bit. But this was a lot of fun to work on, and it's pretty straightforward. Pretty much once you kind of chop up the Power Girl item and you get her outfit off and you kind of rework it, it's a really, really great sculpt. And it's kind of one of my favorite statues too, because Mark Newman did it and it was Power Girl. But it's kind of fun to actually customize it into a different character and see what I could pull off. So all in all, this was fun. It's really great to kind of actually work on this character, you know, just for once. There's a lot of other characters out there, whether they're in the anime versions of them, movies, cartoons, you know, comics. There's just a lot of different versions, and this is kind of one I've always kind of wanted to work on. So we'll kind of break it down a little bit, but if you come into my live streams and you go onto my YouTube channel, I do have the archive of all the live streams, so you kind of go back and you kind of see different parts that I worked on. So her head is removable. She is removable from the base. This is actually a custom head from another statue. Somebody that I know on Instagram has a couple statues that they produce, and we kind of did a trade where I got some custom heads off of his item, and I used it for this statue, which was really cool. I was going to be using it for another custom statue, but sadly the head was actually in a different scale, so it didn't work for my other statue, so I was sitting on it until this one came up, and this head actually worked out perfect. It's a really great sculpt. I wish I knew more about who sculpted it and stuff, but pretty much once I kind of redid the hair and everything, the face and everything just worked out really well. So basically I sculpted the outfit, did the neck pieces, I did all the wrinkles, we followed the belt buckle sort of like the cartoon, but I did my own little take on it. Now she doesn't have bracelets in the cartoon, if I remember. Maybe she did, but I wanted to change it up a bit. That's kind of the fun thing about customizing. You could kind of keep it close to the animated cartoon or the comic book, but you could kind of change it a little bit. I'm not really a fan of changing the outfit completely where you don't even really recognize the character, but I don't mind doing it so where you kind of looks like the character, but you add a little bit extra. So basically what we did is we gave her one big bracelet here with tied rope around it with knots, which is kind of cool. And then over here, this is kind of just another bracelet with a little bit of a jade or something in there, and just a little bit more fun. Just to change it up a bit and have some fun with that. And of course, all the metal is kind of painted in like a rusted, kind of dirty, kind of old gold to it, which is kind of cool. Now, for the base and her boots, as you can see, I sculpted the boots on her. So this is kind of one of those things where I was talking to people in chat, and I said, you know, why don't we kind of go with sort of what she has in the cartoon, but kind of have a little bit more fun with it. So it's kind of like a suede boots, and we kind of added that. I guess you could say it's either 90s or 80s with like just the kind of weird belt buckle that's there, which you really don't even need. I kind of, you know, I utilized the Power Girl like textures on the boots, but I kind of did the cuffs and stuff like that. So that's what we did there. Now onto the base, which is kind of one of the funniest things here. You can see we have a little bit of a park theme because Giganta is always like large. But you know what? We'll get a little bit closer. Oops. Almost took out the power there. But anyway, so here you go. So you can see Giganta is stepping on the, I guess you could say the walkway, the pavement, and it's cracking on her foot. The other foot is stepping in rocks. And then we have a little bit of a park theme. So these are some elements that I picked up on that CG Trader site. And we have good old Fat Flash there. Now, if you ever watched the cartoon, I think there was one time where Flash I think they were fighting an enemy and made him big, heavy, and slow. So on CG Trader there is actually a flash there, but he actually has both hands on his hips or his thighs, and he's looking down like he's panting. So one of the viewers in the chat goes by ICStatues. I'll link his information in the description. I contacted him and I said, hey, if I send you this file, can you actually put a hot dog in his hand and him looking up like he's getting a good, nice bird-eyes view underneath her skirt? And he was kind enough to do that for me. You know, pretty much sent him some money so he can get dinner on all of us, so we could see how this would look. And it worked out really great. So I also printed out the hot dog stand and the park bench. So basically, if you really wanted to, you can remove these. They don't actually go there. Like, you know, you can move this. This is just like an umbrella you can get at, like, you know, for your drinks. Because it did come with an umbrella, but it was so thin and fragile when we printed it, it just wouldn't have worked. So basically, just an umbrella like this works out pretty well. And Flash is just chilling there. He goes in with two little pegs. So there's two little tiny pegs underneath his foot, so that basically he goes in and out. And he's just getting a nice bird-eyes view. He's eating his hot dog, and all of a sudden you got a nice, beautiful woman standing above you, and you're getting a nice little bit of a peek underneath the dress. So that is the fun thing about this item, and I thought it was hilarious, and everybody in chat liked it too as well. So can't really give you guys a booty shot, but at least Flash is getting it for you guys. So that worked out pretty well with that, and just a fun little thing. So, you know, if companies were ever to do this character, for some odd reason they don't want to, but if they did her, even in her comic book version, something like just the base where, you know, you could do a simple little base where it's a park theme and she's crushing it, or she's in the, you know, the streets and she's stepping on a mailbox or a car or something, and that could work out pretty well. Now, as far as paint goes, basically we did a nice good flesh tone paint. I forgot what I used in the stream. We gave her some nice orange hair, not too bright orange, but not too red. We wanted to go with like a middle ground, so I sort of looked at the you know, cartoon artwork, but I kind of gave it my own little take. We used Archer transfer decals for the eyes. We did a nice little bit of makeup on there, gave her some dark lipstick. Pink dress is pretty much a nice pink we made. Now I added a little bit of interference in there, and I did gray shading because I wanted to give it a different texture of a dress. I didn't want to just do straight pink and then straight like dark red shading. I wanted to do gray shading there to give it like a different look, and I think that worked out pretty well. Because sometimes if you have like silky dresses, or if you have different fabrics, sometimes their shades are not just one color and then like a darker of that color. Sometimes they're a little bit different. So we did that. And then as far as the boots went, it's kind of like a suede boots texture on them. So pretty much just kind of like a yellowish tan suede. I didn't want to go bright yellow or like, what was it, mustard yellow from the cartoon. Just kind of wanted to change it up. But all in all, a really fun item. I had a lot of blast with this. I think a lot of people in the stream loved the idea. Had a lot of fun watching this come to, you know, finishing. It took a little while, but that's kind of the Friday streams. So, just to give you guys feedback, the Patrons get first dibs on this. If any of my Patreon members are interested, they get first crack at it. If not, it'll be up on my website. And if nobody snags it down the line, it'll probably end up on eBay. But if you happen to see it on eBay and you're interested, just contact me through my website or Instagram. I'm willing to always take the things off eBay if they're not bidding on, and go off of eBay because of the fees and all that. So you can always get it cheaper that way. But let me know what you guys think. Thanks for everybody in chat who followed me on Fridays, gave me feedback, watched it. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys had a lot of fun. And with that being said, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more videos.